Good morning, my fellow classmates. Good evening because it's night, but I apologize for that. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking to you about communication and feedback within our company, okay, for your training. So today we're going to be talking about communication. Communication in the workplace is essential. Why? Because there are many people that communicate on a daily basis, whether it's through email, through text, through any work meeting, right? So policies such as the open door policy can go ahead and facilitate effectiveness in the workplace. How? The open door policy is access for employees to communicate with their superiors. Anyone in the company can go ahead and speak to their superiors and in any line of work. So fostering upward communication through easy and direct access to everyone below. So you can go ahead and speak to anyone. It can be your supervisor directly, or it can be the general manager. So it helps you to be more accessible and show people they can have formal and unscheduled conversations with you as well as a leader. So you don't necessarily need to be in your office to go ahead and have your open door policy per se. You can also be in a work meeting and someone can actually bring something up to you. What else? You can have someone communicate your policy, so you can go ahead and put up flyers, letting your people know and people in your organization know that you have this open door policy available for them, and you just stick with it. You go ahead and you talk to your employees like normal. It can be unscheduled, so they can just come in and knock, or they can schedule one for you, an appointment with you, right? Also, this will help your employees feel valued. Okay, it helps them feel like, oh, she's accessible to me at any time, and she really cares about me, and she cares about what I do within the company. And it also gives you the opportunity to learn about them, to learn about maybe something that's bothering them within the workplace, what you can do better, okay, which is where feedback comes in. So feedback is meant to be a tool to improve in ways that we cannot see our own. So for instance, maybe I'm speaking to you in a manner that I'm not supposed to, or that you feel is not adequate for our workplace. So feedback can sometimes be like opening up a Pandora's box. Why? Because it's something that maybe you didn't think that person was thinking about you, but it also helps you grow because it makes you see what you cannot see. And so there's steps to feedback. First, you would consider the source of your feedback. This person can be your boss, and they could have seen your relative performance. So for instance, maybe your boss tells you about how you're doing a certain process. So for instance, if it's paperwork, maybe you leave the paper hanging around, and it's there for a week, and maybe he didn't say anything to you at the time, but it's like, oh, I kind of see that, I observe that, you leave a lot of paperwork laying around. Maybe that's not good for you because you're not leaving it in order, right? It's something that they observe that maybe you don't know about yourself and you don't catch yourself. Also, you need to listen and really hear what's being said. Okay, so like if you don't understand something that they're telling you, or maybe you don't see where they're coming from, you can go ahead and ask them a question, obviously politely, to clarify the points, and better understand that person's perspective. Okay, whether you agree or disagree with what that person says, you need to thank them. Okay, they came out of their own time to go ahead and tell you about this observation or this feedback, right? So after you receive the feedback, you need to decide your next step. Okay, receiving feedback is probably the hardest part of this process. Why? Because like I said, it makes you see maybe things that you can't see from a different perspective. So once you decide what to do with the feedback, you need to follow your plan. So for instance, going back to the paper, maybe once your boss gives you the paper, you're going to go ahead and file it, right? You're not going to leave it there laying around for a week or so like you were used to, right? Okay, take the person's feedback and try what he or she suggests. That's very important, and it's very important for you to show them that you're trying it their method, and maybe it might not work the first time, or maybe you might not get used to it the first time, but maybe it is a better system. Just try it out. Just let them see how it works for you, and whether or not it works for you, not everything works for everyone.